هيدا الأقصى بالخلفية شايفينه؟ مضاد صواريخ وملايين وقتال وحروب، ليك بتشوفوا بكل سهولة وبتصلوا فيه، ما حدا بيمنعكم، بس تعوا مثل الناس الطبيعيين. My father is Sunni from Damascus, my mom is Shia from Lebanon. I am Syrian-Lebanese, but I'm also a Zionist. I grew up in Lebanon during the first Lebanese war, in the Bekaa Valley, in the stronghold of Hezbollah. I always thought the Israelis are monsters and they deliberately target civilians. I was fond of Hezbollah. I thought they are heroes who protect us. I spent the first 18 years of my life in Lebanon. After that, I moved to Europe. The station that changed my life was in France. وكنت ساكنة بهذا البيت. هون كانت غرفة نومي. I happened to live 200 meters away from one of the biggest synagogues in Europe, among Jews. Until then, I've never spoken to a Jew. I didn't know what a synagogue is. I was an anti-Semite. And across the street, there was a grocery store. I went down because I was hungry. I wanted to cook. And I heard people enter the store. And I realized it wasn't French. It was Hebrew, or the language of the enemy. Turned back and I saw religious Jews, 4 men with sideburns. I left everything, even my stuff. And I ran back home, went into my bedroom and locked the door. So scared I couldn't breathe. And when I saw my face in the mirror, I thought, why? Like, they didn't even look at you. Why? I decided to go back to university to understand Islam and Judaism from a neutral perspective, to understand why was the Jew my enemy. I read the history of a region, and that changed my life because I realized I was told lies. نحن بحي بالقدس هون للمتدينين المحافظين. جينا لأنه في حكام مشهور معروف بآرائه المثيرة للجدل، هو مقتنع أنه لن يتحقق السلام إلا على يد المسلمين.
Shalom.
Shalom.
ברוכים הבאים.
תודה רבה. I asked the Syrians, I'm going to go on Israel and ask people your questions. Can you believe that many of the questions were, do the Jews consider us human beings like them?
Terrible. Yes.
See, but they truly believe it.
There is an organic relationship between Israel and the nations. Our ancestor Abraham, the first thing that was said to him that you must be a blessing for all the families of the earth. So Judaism is fundamentally universal. Our interest, it is for the tikkun olam, for the reparation of the whole world.
I thought anti-Semitism is rampant in the Arab world. And my son said, Mom, you're melodramatic like all the Mideasterns. You're obsessed. Until October 7th. He comes to my room. It's 11 in the morning. He knocks on the door and says, Mom, are you sick? It's almost 11. He saw me. I'm just mesmerized, still looking on the news. So he goes, sees the news, comes back. His name is Adam. And he stands there. He said nothing. He just shook his head and he had a tear in his eye. He understood. I'm not obsessed. I'm not melodramatic. This is what I was supporting. I know both sides of the borders, and I'm saying it's a no-go where something like October 7th can happen and be justified. We have to choose a camp. It's black and white. No more gray zones. We need moral clarity. After the propaganda machine starts spreading nonsense in the world, I switched to fighter mode and I started working on social media. Protecting Hamas does not help anyone. My priority to humanize the Syrians, the Lebanese, the Gazans in the eyes of Israelis. It is time to free Gaza from Hamas and release the rest of the hostages. Enough is enough. Nobody knows me in Europe. Here, some people know me, yes.
Hey, I'm a big fan.
Thank you. Happy Hanukkah.
Yeah, likewise. Thanks.
But we needed to reach the Arabs. To the Lebanese, think like I used to think when I was a teenager. The Israelis are attacking them and Hezbollah are heroes. So I started a TikTok account, making videos in Arabic, wearing my Magen David, talking about peace with Israel. Lebanese, Syrians, people in Saudi Arabia, in Turkey, they tell me we agree, we are sick of war. I'm standing here at the military cemetery, and I'm standing with the family of Ishar, who was 38 and had 4 kids and died 2.5 months ago in Lebanon.
He was a social worker. He worked in the Lod municipality with the Arab community very closely. By him, there was no difference between if you're abused by your husband if he's a Jew or if he's not a Jew.
Do you think that your son who died in Lebanon was killed by the Lebanese?
I think he was killed by Hezbollah, not the Lebanese.
We don't have nothing against the Arab because they are Arab. Ishai, our son, was work with them. We all see against those who want to destroy us. That's all.
I would like to tell you, and I'm pretty sure that I'm saying this on behalf of thousands of Lebanese, if not more. I'm really sorry for your loss, as I'm sorry for the loss of any innocent Lebanese, and I'm not sorry at all for all the beating Hezbollah took, and I pray for the day all the extremists will be history. Most of my friends and family members blocked me. They didn't discuss, they blocked me. They even stopped talking to my son, and that was really harsh. The first time I came to Jerusalem, I went to the Kotel. I didn't even know how to pray. I stood there, and the only thing that crossed my mind is one word: Hineni. That this is my home. All my life, I was an atheist. Discovering Israel and Judaism, I realized that it's a humane religion. A lot of aspects appealed to me, and to find the courage to admit it to myself and to share it with my son without him questioning my sanity. All these coincidences that happened in my life were the stones. Hashem is showing me the way back home. I'm going to convert to Judaism. The plan is to complete my conversion. I'd like to make Aliyah and come live in Jerusalem. I have this absolute certainty inside me. Things are going in the right direction. קוראים לזה אמונה.